Simpsons in the future, too many cooks. Hi, I'm Andre, I'm a black nerd with a review for you, the Nerd Reviews. Simpsorama, the Simpsons Futurama crossover. For some reason, I thought they said that this was going to be the season finale to The Simpsons, so I wasn't expecting this episode to like next May, and I saw the previews of it and I was like, oh, that's cool. Can't wait till next May when that comes out. Oh, it aired already? Like 2 days ago? Whoops. To the Hulu! I'm gonna give you the good, I'm gonna give you the bad, I'm gonna give you the nerdy. Plot of Simpsorama, show that's run out of episodes teams up with a show that's run out of ideas. Those are actually their words, not mine. Worst synopsis ever. First, the good. Simpsorama is hilarious. You know, in the recent years, Simpsons episodes have had its peaks and valleys. Some are really decent, some are kind of meh. This is actually one of the really good ones, and I think it benefits from having the Futurama cast in it. It just brought a new life to it, a new feeling, and also brought back the fun of Futurama, reminding us why that show was so cool, even though it had a really troubled life. It was always weird because it was on one network, and then it was taken off that network, then it was on another network, got a few new episodes, taken off that network, it was on a network just for reruns, taken off that network. It's a good thing no other shows from Simpsons creators got that kind of runaround. It stinks. And no, we'll not get a Simpsons critic crossover. We already got that. Watching Bender and Homer together, comedy gold, just like when we had Homer and Peter together in the Simpsons Family Guy crossover. They even make a very funny gag of how Bender is just pretty much Homer, but without hair and a robot. Some of the commentary they put after it, hilarious. This episode is only 30 minutes long. I have a good and a bad about that. The good about that is it does make this episode a lot tight. It takes no time to get into the whole crossover bit. We get a basic premise of what's going on, and then immediately we see Futurama characters showing up. And we also eventually get the Simpsons into the future as well. It didn't have any padding at all in this episode. Nice, tight, compact 30 minutes, and I enjoyed it. Now for the bad. Having it only at 30 minutes did play to its advantage of making the jokes tight and fast and funny. But I did leave this episode wishing it actually was an hour. I didn't have a problem with the Simpsons Family Guy crossover being an hour. I just felt like that they didn't take full advantage of the hour with all their different characters, but instead had a couple of padding jokes. This one I felt like could have easily been an hour because you have so many different types of characters that you could have combined together from the Simpsons and Futurama. And you also have the fact that you're taking the Simpsons out of current day Springfield and into the future. I know we've had a few episodes of the Simpsons where we got to see them in the future as they grew up, but it would have been interesting to see, particularly with some of the technology that Futurama has, seeing the Simpsons interact with that in the future could have brought some more comedy to it than just doing a regular crossover. And since most of the episode is focused on Homer and Bender and to a certain extent Bart, a lot of the characters from both the Simpsons and Futurama don't get a lot of screen time by the fact that it's only 30 minutes. Zoidberg has the funniest joke in reference to that. We get a great joke with Marge and Leela when they first meet, but I feel like we could have even done more with them. They're two completely different personalities that could have had a lot of fun with that. In the same vein that I thought Marge and Lois could have had some interesting storylines in the Simpsons Family Guy crossover. More characters show up as cameos rather than having essential parts of the story. Even Fry only has a few lines in this thing. It's really more Bender, Professor Farnsworth, and with the Simpsons it's Homer, Bart, you get Lisa to a certain extent, you get Professor Frank with the noises and the things of that, and the future time travel and trying to explain. If I may make a suggestion, I think this could be the new Treehouse of Horror for The Simpsons. Still do Treehouse of Horror, I'm not saying get rid of that, but I'm saying this could maybe be another yearly special that you could do. I could easily see them doing a Simpsorama special every single season. Let's do Simpsorama every year. Who's with me? And now for the nerdy. Not only are we getting Simpson references, Futurama references, there's a Life in Hell reference, there's also a lot of references to gremlins in this. Vicious green gremlin looking creatures with Bart's face on it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we are watching gremlins references in the Simpsons Futurama crossover. My nerd mind blew up. Even how they get rid of them, I was like, that's kind of how they do it with gremlins. I was like, this is amazing. Well, they were in New York, so technically it might have been in Gremlins 2 the New Batch reference, but who am I to split hairs? Do I enjoy this more than the Family Guy Simpsons crossover? This one makes more sense. It's more fitted because these people have worked together. Some of them have worked on The Simpsons, some on Futurama, some on both. Their style of humor is understandable more so than crossing over with a show that has a completely different style of humor or a completely group of people that work with it. So I just feel like that maybe it's not necessarily better or worse, it just meshed a little bit better, if that makes sense. If you're a fan of The Simpsons, if you're a fan of Futurama, if you're a fan of The Simpsons Futurama crossover that they did in the comics, then you're going to like this episode. It's fun. The other big thing that everyone's been talking about this week that I just want to touch on a little bit, Too Many Cooks. I usually don't do reviews of viral videos, but it did air on television, so I guess it counts. Basically, on Cartoon Network, they have their Adult Swim block, and every once in a while, usually around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, they'll sometimes show off these one-off specials as opposed to their usual programming. And recently, they showed this thing called Too Many Cooks, and it is weird. When you first start watching it, you're gonna immediately go like, oh, this is a parody of Full House and 80s sitcom openings. It makes fun of the names being underneath people and the turning and smiling. Okay, I got it. You think you got it. You'll start noticing that there's a random dude that's just standing in the back of some of the shots and you're just like, what is this guy doing? And he looks really creepy. I'm a little afraid. And then just when you think you've got it all figured out, like, okay, I get it. You're making an absurd version of Full House. No! Then it starts going into Office sitcom openings, 80s cop show openings. There's even a whole sequence dedicated to Wonder Woman, to Alf, even an animated sequence a la G.I. Joe, while still being absolutely weird and absurd. I can't really explain it. All I'm just gonna say is when you watch it, you will not stop singing, too many cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks. It takes a lot to make a stew with him and her and the baby too. Too many cooks, it's true. See, I can't get out of my head, and now I'm freaking out that either my name's gonna show up underneath me or a random dude's gonna be standing behind me who's gonna, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you're not into that crazy, wacky mind game stuff, then you're gonna probably think this is weird, but if you at least like openings to sitcoms and 80s television shows, give Too Many Cooks at least one try. So Play Cousins, I wanna hear from you. Let me know what you thought of Simpsorama, and if you've seen Too Many Cooks, what did you think of that too? Thumbs up this video, and if you're new here, tickle that subscribe button. I love you like a Play Cousin. I'm 85,000 head. Chain chomp yomp, chain chomp yomp, chain chomp yomp, chain chomp yomp, chain chomp yomp. Too Many Cooks.